I'm sure I'm not the only person who grew up through the 80s eating mince 3 nights a week. My family didn't know how to do anything interesting with it, and now with cost of living crisis hitting hard, we need to work with humble ingredients. So I thought I would hark back and I would play with mince, but show you some fabulous, flavoursome ways to deliver it. Come with me, I'll take you through it, and we will make all of this together. So before I get into showing you how to put these 3 really easy beef mince dishes together, I wanted to speak to grass-fed versus grain-fed beef. Both are totally fine, but grass-fed is a little bit leaner, it's got higher macronutrients, and you know, some people feel like the cows have been treated a little bit better because they've been out in the paddocks eating grass. It's definitely a little bit better for you, get it if you can, don't take anything too seriously. Do what you can in your own house. So the first dish we're going to make is a Middle Eastern beef pita. Really easy, Greek yogurt, bit of olive oil, garlic powder, beef spices, and some herb oil. So I will just jump straight in and show you how to make them. Throw these pita, these are single serve, straight onto your tray. And, oh, dud one. Nobody likes a dud one. And then we're going to grab this Greek yogurt and spread it around a bit like you would if you're making a pizza. We're treating this like the tomato base, and makes a really good landing spot for your spicy mince that we're going to make. And you don't have to be precious, just go for it. Throw that yogurt on. I'm going to drizzle with a little bit of olive oil. It doesn't matter if some gets on the pan, it'll just crisp up the bread. A little bit of garlic powder rather than, you know, it's just easy, it's cheap. You can keep it in the pantry. It's always there for you if you need it. My kids have become addicted to garlic powder and onion powder because they can't be bothered chopping up onion and garlic. Why would you? So this is just going to go in the oven for about 10 minutes and just get nice and warm and toasty. The next part is super easy. I am loving using my spice drawer to add flavour to all of my dishes. It's cheap and easy, but really we're just taking this mince. We're going to pop some really good quality olive oil in this hot pan. And it is as simple as adding some chopped up onions, get those going. And we want to add our spice mix. All the details for these will be on my website. So I've just mixed together a few key spices with Middle Eastern flavour profile, and you just push it around until the spices are aromatic, and then we are adding this mince, and we are literally cooking this until we've cooked mince through. I'm going to get this involved.
Okay.
This is a really cool little tool. It's a masher, but I find it really good for breaking up the mince in dishes so that you don't end up with kind of big chunks. Keep cooking until the spices have gone all the way through this mince and all the flavour's been folded through, and you're ready to go to get it on top of your yogurt flatbreads. While the mince is cooking, I'm going to introduce you to one of the cheapest and most used appliances in my kitchen. It's the NutriBullet, and I'm making some herb oil in this. Because I'm a food stylist and I've spent a lot of time in kitchens, it's really difficult for me to just do something to a dish and walk away. I always want to add an extra layer. And so this is an extra layer of flavour in the form of a herb oil. So I'm just throwing whatever herbs I have into this NutriBullet. And then I'm going to add lemon juice, just gives it a zing. And I'm going to throw some olive oil in here because I always do. That's just how it goes. And then we are putting in 1 garlic clove. Just give it a squish. And then it should come out of its little paper shell really easily. And then just throw them in there. Happy days. Salt, 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 and more salt. Don't blame me when you have a heart attack. I take no responsibility. So here's my NutriBullet. It is so easy to use and I love it. This is not an ad for NutriBullet, by the way. I just love it. When you serve things like this to people, they think you're really posh and clever. Don't tell them that it came out of a NutriBullet and it took you 5 seconds. Make out it was really tough. So that's going aside for drizzling on top of the beef and the yogurt flatbread, and we'll just take it to the next level. Look really good. While we're waiting for this mince to cook, I just wanted to speak to the fact that You know, a lot of people, when they're using herbs, they'll only use the leaves. And I love using the stalks and roots in my dishes. So I quite often just cut the leaves off, and then these stalks are really nice and crunchy. It's a bit like, you know, putting a really thin celery into your dish, and also it's just carrying lots of beautiful coriander flavour. So I am going to take all of this and just throw it in here as a little added bonus. Don't throw the roots away, pop them in the fridge, and you can use them in a really quick curry paste, or even just give them a little bruise with the end of a knife and throw them into a dish, a soup or whatever, let them infuse a little bit, and then you can remove them if you want, or you can blend them straight into your dish. You guys want to eat one of these, just check it for seasoning. Oh, guess what? More salt. The other thing you can do, because I'm always faffing and adding more, is I'm going to grab a lemon, squeeze a bit of lemon in there. Don't forget to catch the pips. I think food was falling out of my mouth then. Anyway, we're going for a natural look, aren't we?
That's the charm.
Great, it's the charm. Ooh, hello little yogurt breads. So you could take these further if you want. You could even let that yogurt get a little bit browner, but I'm happy with that for now. And going to load up our flatbread with delicious spicy seasoned mince. And I mean, you could add beans, lentils, whatever you want. But today we're keeping it simple. The final extravagant flourish of this gorgeous coriander oil, which just really makes it look a bit special, doesn't it? I mean, I want to eat that. And if you want to keep faffing, you can just grab some of the spice mix that you made earlier and just give it a little bit of that. And we have dish one, and it won't disappoint, I can promise you.